ask you guys for a favor? Please, open a bakery. Open a bakery in your neighborhood or in your town and make sure that you make the best crispy morning bread. Or even aim for the best muffins, bagels, or donuts. Before I go ahead just here, let me clarify that my bakery, the one that I'm begging you to open, stands for all the companies that were started with a small idea of product or service in mind. A brewery, a hairdresser's, a family-run construction company, a private consulting service. In the world of aspiring next Googles and new unicorns, none of those sound any sexy or trendy. I'm very well aware. And on your side, it sometimes can look like this. You want to start a business, you sit down for a moment and think, gosh, I need an idea. I need an idea, and then click, you send your CV. At this point, you probably think that all you need is stability, a chance to make an impact, and money. But in my experience of running a small and then a mid-sized company, I figured that bakeries have a lot of secret powers. And I wanted to share them with you in 3 simple ideas. And the first idea goes about interpretation of stability. All the major Swiss watchmakers and really old luxury brands that survived through generations were initially family-owned. Do you know why? Well, basically, only because in family environment, where the owner really cares about the product and doesn't discard sunk costs straight away, no matter wars, fluctuations, recessions, political changes, the business survives in the long run. The bread doesn't bake itself. Before feeding the world, you actually have to know how to feed yourself and make sure you know how to do it in a long-term perspective. And even the big brands had to start somewhere very small. The second idea goes about the niche impact. In the 90s in Russia, when thousands of teachers, doctors, and engineers had to look for an alternative source of income to feed their children, my parents were one of those. And it was not a glorious fight, really. It was trying to make a living. So what they did, they didn't open a bakery. They opened a lingerie store, and then a toy store, and then something else store. And it was nothing like Victoria's Secret, okay? And nothing like Toys R Us. But little by little, people like my mom and dad rebuilt the whole country and the whole economy, bringing goods and services to remote locations. Their impact idea was feeding the children and simply letting people buy things. So thanks to the toy store and the lingerie store, I went to a good school and even learned some English. Always aim high. It's just that there are different definitions of high. Baking the best bread in town, or reaching the highest position of whatever department of your company, or building the most prominent, yet again, online platform for connecting the two-sided market of dogs and cats. And success is not always measured in billions on the balance sheet. Sometimes it's measured in, do I live a good life on your personal balance sheet? And if everyone works towards the same direction, aren't we all much better off? And it's the way my father put it. When a small business owner invoices you, it's not that he's thinking of buying a new yacht. He's more likely to be thinking of paying for dance classes of his daughter. And here comes the third idea, which is about money, where small doesn't mean barely surviving. So yes, bakeries are tiny comparing to the mall next street, but they're a stable source of income. In fact, in the US, 90% of the companies have less than 20 employees, and 99.7% have less than 500, which is still kind of medium. It would be pretty difficult managing the country if this proportion of businesses were on the edge of extinction, wouldn't it? So bakeries and other small businesses equally contribute to tax and feed enormous amounts of global population. And here's the thing. They have something that we are ready to pay for, the unique atmospheres, the vibe, if you want to. And just here, I wanted to leave you with a final thought. Don't sit down looking for an idea. I already gave you one. Just open a bakery. Thank you.